Well, it's early, it's first light, and the kookaburras can obviously see me, and they're carrying on like pork chops. But I've driven up onto this top paddock, and there's a lot of growth, a lot of thistles, but I've got time on my side, I've got the wind on my side, and I've got a hot coffee in the car. It's going to happen, deer down. Well, I'm not even on top of the paddock, and there's a fallow feeding towards me at about 280 metres. I've got nowhere to hide at all, and it's still too dark for this shitty camera to actually pick up the fallow. Spewing because over this ridge there's a massive wallow, but you just can't pass up a fallow. Tasty little critters. I'm gonna lead him down, jump over, see if there's a stag, cheeky 30-incher, and I'll go over and have a look. Well, saw some deer, didn't shoot the deer. The gully that I intended to have a look at with the wallow first thing this morning, there was a lot of crashing and banging, and I put eyes on 2 sandbar. And one was a spiker, I don't mind. The other one was the biggest sandbar velvet stag I've ever seen. Like, it was big. I saw its ass and I saw it disappear. And I've actually got to go to work today, so there's no chance of me chasing it. But I know it's here and I will be back, so time to go get the fallow, see what we got. Perfect shot. Well, let's be honest, 30.06 was a tad excessive for a little fallow like this, but I had to get the job done. I've just measured it out. It came to about 160 metres. So very happy with my shooting. Haven't shot in a long time. And yeah, this thing certainly didn't get very far. Now I'm gonna leave the camera rolling while I butcher this animal. You might have seen me do it before. I always go back straps, back legs, front legs. And then I'm gonna try and remove the tenderloins while the guts are in the animal. I've had a few people ask me to show a video of how do I do it. So fingers crossed I don't end up getting covered in shit. But if I do, it was for you. Right, feel for the hip bones. I can feel them right here. They come in from the leg. That's where I make my incision, up the backbone. Once I've made the incision, feel the hips, and I'll make a sideways cut to the edge of those hip bones. Always cutting from beneath out. You don't want to blunt your knife, guys. Then just start picking away. Make your incision just like a fish, working down the backbone, down the spine. Just a slight one to start. Get the knife edge in, find your groove and roll with it. Where the hip is, that's where you make a cut out. Very softly. You do not want to get into the gut cavity. And then just pick away. My best advice, sharp knife and just go slow. There we have, look at that. Straight in the pillowcase. Righto, once I've got them on their back, what I like to do is put one foot onto one of them and just create that pressure to pull apart the legs. See what I mean? Right. Then what I'll do is I'll work just on the inside of the thigh, straight along here, just piercing the skin until I get into that natural groove. There we go. Up alongside the teeth. And you got to be careful here. Don't pierce the guts, guys. That is going to suck. The hair's not as coarse here either, so you can cut through it. It doesn't really blunt your knife like the back of the fur does. There you go. And then just keep that pressure. The pressure will do all the cutting for you. You just need the knife edge in there until you feel that ball and socket joint pop, which is right there. Once that pops, the leg's free and you can just pretty much cut it out. There we go, perfect leg. Look at the fat on that. Oh my goodness me. This thing's gonna eat well. And you know the rule, straight in the pillowcase. Now the second leg can be trickier, but what you do is just do the same and put the animal's body weight against you. I've manoeuvred its head and legs to the right. I've got the left leg pulled out. Once again, make that small incision into that natural groove between the guts and the leg, and then repeat the process. When it comes to shoulders, they're super simple. This one's probably going to be a bit buggered from the bullet, but I'll show you how I do it anyway. It's exactly the same. Use the weight of either arm against each other to make it less work on the knife, and just let the pressure do the rest. So if I put one foot here onto this leg, pull the other one, work into that natural groove just there. That's it, and just look at that. It pretty much comes off. So a deer's arms or front legs don't actually have a bone or socket. They're just held on by muscle. So they come off an absolute piece of piss. See? And that thing skinned back, it's actually fine to eat, this one. In the slow cooker, oh my goodness. I can put my knee literally on its sternum, on its chest, and just pick away until you get that initial cut. Then that will just slide off. Absolute piece of piss. Seriously, there's nothing easier than taking a front leg off a deer. Okay, I'm going to attempt to take the tenderloin off this thing and just show you how I do it. Let's see if this works. It could be an absolute butcher. So, as you can see right now, we've got the gut cavity. It's huge and it's ready to pop, okay? And then you've got the backbone, bit of dirt on it, that's no worries. So the tenderloin's sitting under this last lot of backbone until the ribs start about here. Okay, so what you want to do is, you want to very carefully pull apart this bit here, which is their hip. And you just want to get the knife in and just separate that bit of membrane that's holding that backbone to the gut cavity. And if you look closely in a second, you'll see, this is really hard to film, guys, I do apologise. See that slight cut I've done just there? Real careful. Keep going back, right under the backbone. Okay, so that piece of meat right here where my pinky is, that's your tenderloin. See that? I'm using my finger like a knife. Oh, this is hard to film, guys, I'm sorry. But I'm giving it a best crack. Okay. Oh, the guts are right there. This is dangerous, people. I'm going to use a knife because I've got faith. But, alright, you should be able to kind of grab that tenderloin. Like so. And if you trust yourself, you can get your knife in there and just slowly pick away. Get the knife in there and just pick away. Alright, once you've got the beginning of it out, as you can see right here, that's the beginning of the tenderloin coming out. Just keep slowly pulling on it, and it's sitting right up against the backbone, so you just got to take your time. And you can see what you're doing, it's not that hard to see the cuts. And just slowly pick away, pushing that gut cavity down, and it should be safe as houses. Here we go, coming out. And when you get down to this last bit, slide the knife in. There we go. Tenderloin, small, but worth it. And the guts, still in shape. Yoo. Well, there's not much left on this fellow now, but a gut case, that's about it. So, made the most of it. 4 legs, 2 back straps, 2 tenderloins. This thing's going in the bush. Well, I hope that wasn't too hard to understand and follow along. Just like the tenderloins, if you guys want to see videos on anything else that I may be capable of, be sure to sing out and please hit subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.